Hello and welcome to Wyverns and Weirdos, the D&D podcast set in the world of Fierlor. Does anyone have any announcements this mid-September episode?
I would really quickly like to announce that I love all of the viewers equally and respectfully, and I hope you all enjoy.
Seconded. Thank you guys and gals and everyone's. We love you very much.
They're lying. They don't love you all equally. They love some of you more. You know who you are.
I want to shout out my housemate for giving me this fresh new haircut 45 minutes ago. So we're really living the high life.
Good job.
And I'd like to thank Al Capone or at Scotland Yard _UK on Twitter for the beautiful art in the background that I've added to my background on Zoom. So it wouldn't have been possible without you.
Okay, Quintley, who has been mentioned many times and will be mentioned many times in the future. I'd like to announce that I didn't lie last episode.
Yes.
I got testosterone, baby. Anyway, so that's it. We're fine. We made it, fellas. That's not it. That's going to be a lot, but follow me on Twitter at @EdBenSpence. You won't see it all, but I'll probably talk about a lot of shit.
And I'm not going to announce it, but I'm going to tease it. Next week we have an announcement of something that's going to be coming out soon.
Ooh.
I would like to announce that we have an announcement soon.
Yeah, wait, stay tuned next week.
But yes, next week we have an announcement. So without further ado, let's jump into another episode of Wyverns and Weirdos. Hello and welcome to Wyverns and Weirdos, a Dungeons and Dragons podcast set in the world of Fierlor. I'm Darby, your dungeon master.
I'm Eddie, I play Anya.
I'm Jake and I play Neumann.
And I'm Laura and I play Bertie.
You're also joined again this week by Mitch playing Caius and Zoe playing Ross. Enjoy.
100%. We need to get sex appeal quickly. Yeah, that'd be great.
So, where we last left off, the party got back to Durham and on the way caught back up with Ross, who came along for the ride, and Caius once they got into the city. And together they went to the Arcane Convocation and their tower to hear a prophecy, which was very foreboding, shall we say.
Yeah, I'd say so. I would say it wasn't fun.
So, was
Very
it
beautifully worded.
Yeah. So, what would you guys like to do after that meeting?
Never sleep again, for I will forever have nightmares.
That's fair.
We're in danger.
So there is, as you're leaving, Tanip does dash up to you as a group.
But he immediately turns his back and starts furiously, like with his arms folded, looking very carefully at the wall.
Neumann immediately turns his back away from him, away from Tanip, and then gives Tanip a big old hug.
Aww.
All right.
It's been so long!
She returns in kind.
How have you been?
Good. I've been learning a lot. Yeah. Just adjusting.
Well,
volume
that's
stuff.
good. So have I. Look at this.
What are you showing to her?
Me, myself.
Armor.
Impressive.
Yeah, it really is. It really is. Have you got any new fancy, flashy new tricks or anything like that?
I have not in particular, but I made you guys something.
Tanep, you made us something? Also, hi, it's wonderful to see you.
Hi. And she reaches into the bag that she grabbed that you spotted last session with your passive perception, Anya. And she passes... So she passes Neumann a potion of... She's got labels on each of them. So she passes Neumann a potion of heroism.
Ooh. How fitting.
Anya a potion of mind control with beast in brackets.
Oh, okay.
Bertie.
Bertie's like still studiously with his back to her.
Bertie, this one's for you. It's a potion of maximum power.
Oh, okay. You have a gift for me.
Yeah, I wanted to thank you.
Thank me? For what?
For helping me to hone my craft on the road.
Oh. Well, I'm glad you acknowledge it, and that's very nice of you. And he kind of like awkwardly takes the potion off her. He's like, I'm glad to see you're doing very well for yourself. Is the guy looking after you properly?
Yeah.
He's been nice to you?
Yes.
Good. And have you been learning a lot?
Yes, plenty.
Good. Excellent. No one here has been giving you a hard time, right?
No.
Good. Okay, well, thank you. Yeah.
Neumann comes up in between him and sort of does like a right arm over Birdie's shoulders and a left arm, very low left arm over Tanip's shoulders, and so he sort of like
work at all.
Planted like this. And then he goes, meet our new friends as well. They're part of the party now. He introduces and he goes, this is our good friend Ross and our good friend Caius. Both are very competent, amazing people. And you guys, this is Tanip, one of the original party members.
A pleasure to meet you. I'm afraid I don't have anything for you two. I do have this for Rook, if one of you would like to pass it along.
I can take that for her.
Okay. And
Freddie, that's a side eye at Neumann.
and reading the label, you see it is a potion of fire giant strength.
Potion of fire giant strength.
Yes.
Ross is going to do one of those little like kind of royal court half bows, and she's going to be like, there is no need to be sorry. Meeting you is a gift in and of itself. It is lovely to meet a friend of a friend.
It's a pleasure.
Caius just does a fairly short formal bow. It's interesting to note this entire interaction, as soon as Caius entered this building, his demeanor changed a little bit. He became a lot more straight-backed, professional, and less bubbly, I think.
Okay.
I roll my Caius perception. It's a natural 19. Bertie takes good notice of this. And it's like,
Yeah, I guess we just have a habit of picking people up along the way. Very trustworthy people, but like,
yeah, they're very great. Yeah.
I'm sure every time you see us from now on, Tanap, we'll have new members every now and then. So get those potions brewing. So what's on the agenda? You guys all look a little bit gloomy at the moment. I can understand why, but surely it's not that bad.
Well, it's hard to tell, really.
I reckon. No, you go. That's fine.
I was just going to say, I figured, Tanip, that you, being in here before us, you might know. Are they handing out physical copies of the prophecy for people to look at and work with, or is there like one master copy and we all just have to remember it?
I can ask about getting you guys a copy of it.
That would be wonderful. Thank you.
Yeah. All right.
That's actually a really good idea, especially for those of us who may have like jumbled half the words about 3 lines in. But yeah, isn't this great?
Yeah.
We're all here together.
Yeah, I'll have a talk with Alazira. Where are you guys staying this time round?
Did we have somewhere
we
that we
literally
figured
just
out?
got back, actually.
Yeah, we just kind of got back. We haven't really
okay.
locked anywhere in yet.
Okay.
I mean, obviously, yeah.
Got any recommendations?
Not really. I've ended up with some lodgings in town. They're nothing fancy, but it's decent enough.
I mean, lodgings in dorm is nothing to be sniffed at. That's pretty good, honestly. I'm really glad you're having such good opportunities for your life, Tanip. Honestly.
That's quite well for yourself, Tanip. You should be proud.
Thanks.
Especially to get such high praise from a previous employer. That is a gift in and of itself.
Yeah, that's true. That is very...
worth more than anything anyone else could give her. Would that be right, Bertie?
That is very true. My words are, of course, worth quite a lot in some situations, as, of course, unless you're trying to hold them to any kind of refund value, of course. And he, like, winks at Tanip. But, yeah, yes.
Yes. I'm just trying to think of how to get in contact with you once I get a hold of a copy of the prophecy.
Well, if you are in need of accommodation, I'm sure the Sylvius family would be happy to open up some of the guest rooms. They're not much, but it's accommodation for a few nights if you'd like.
Are you sure? Are you kind of like he's suddenly right next to Kai's like, really? It wouldn't be too much trouble?
Yeah, Ross's eyes just really wide.
Side eyes Newman. Yeah, on your side eyes Newman, just with this like grin.
Newman's just like, yeah, I guess it doesn't sound too bad. Do you guys have like heating?
Well, yes, we do. There is only one fire in each of the rooms, but they're all sort of connected, so the heating is okay.
Oh yeah, no, that's all right, I guess. What about now floors? Are we talking about hardwood, or are we talking about like, are these carpeted? Do you have heated wood floors?
Heated
do
wood
I have
floor
heated
sounds
floors?
dangerous.
Would they be magically
not quite, but you would have like arcane climate control of some sort.
Cool.
Oh my gosh.
We have air conditioning. Well,
Arcane
no,
conditioning.
it's quite small lodgings. It's not too much, but it should get the job done. Hopefully.
Yeah. Well, I hope we can all just fit in there then. I guess that'd be nice if we could all fit in. But yeah, it might be a bit tight, but we'll see how we go.
I think that it's a wonderful idea. Thank you, Caius.
Yeah, really
Will the rest
appreciate
of
it.
your family be fine with us staying? Or?
Oh yeah, your whole fam, like,
A few of my sisters are out on some business trips, but I know my mother is there, and a few of my younger sisters will be present. So perhaps we can all have dinner together tonight, and I can introduce you to some of them.
That sounds like an absolutely great idea.
I would be delighted to meet some of the people that are responsible for how you came to be in this world and how you are the way you are. That would delight me to no end.
Wonderful. Well, it's settled then.
Well,
All right.
that'd be great. Well, I guess, Tanip, you can forward it to the Sylvius Manor.
Yeah, I'll
In the noble quarters.
I'll be sure to get it to you there. Okay.
Thank you. That's very kind of you, Tanip.
Okay. I better go.
Boss, you must be awfully busy now with all of your new responsibilities.
Yeah.
Just the guy like waiting there, like tapping his little wrist.
No, he's talking with the who would he be talking with? He'd probably be talking with Athena at the moment.
Is he holding a thermos of tea?
Not a thermos, but he does have a teacup with him.
Oh, yeah,
You're lucky because I was gonna call out if he was holding a thermos.
That you do notice, Anya, with your passive perception, you can pick up reasonably easily that like he's taking sips from this cup, and it never seems to like empty at all.
I want one of those. But for
Tana, actually, Neumann rummages through the bag of holding, and he brings out the little gift basket that he got. I believe it had like a whole bunch of like little tiny like treats and stuff from the bakery place we went to. From memory, I think that's what it was.
I think it was like components as well from like
And yeah, like potion components. Oh yeah, no, that's it. It was like potion components, alchemy things, and
That's
stuff.
right, yeah.
And he did sneak in a few of the croissants and stuff that that Mr. Donkey Boy Montgomery, is that it? No, Mulesley.
That's one of his names.
Not Muesli, Mulesy. That he was meant to get, but he was well pampered, so he just transferred to some in there as well. So Tanip now has this awesome like gift wrapped, like really intricately like bow and everything. Just alchemy components. Just like this is from all of us, Birdie included. Just wanted to say thank you as well. Yeah, we really sort of owe it to you that the fact that we got here alive where we are today. Even though in recent times you've been doing your own thing, you still have every bit. We have every bit to thank you as well, just for where we are now. So just like you giving us the potions, here's something back as well for you. Hopefully you can make something of it, literally.
Thank you. So what was I was just looking through notes. What was it?
It was basically like alchemy components and like a couple of treats and that.
Yeah.
Things.
I think it was from like the place that like Neumann used to live in, and it like changed over into a shop.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
And Bertie was horrified that Neumann was spending money on Tanip. So
Yeah.
I do remember that.
Yeah. Okay.
Incredible.
So what would you guys like to do now?
Good question.
Yeah. What would we like to do, Darby?
What would we like to do, Darby?
Well, Caius is going to jump in and say, if you all haven't been to Durham in a while, I'd recommend checking. There's a lovely bakery just down the road over there, about 3 streets down and off to the right. If you go in and talk to Mary over there, she's a lovely lady. She'll get your baking needs sorted straight away. If you wanted to all go and amuse yourself somewhere over in Durham and do a bit of shopping, I can go and get the guest bedrooms prepared for tonight.
That sounds really great.
I haven't eaten lunch yet. I'm sure we can go find somewhere. Are you sure you don't want us to help, Caius?
Oh no, it's okay. I'm just going to be giving instructions. That's all. Nothing too, exciting.
Oh well, perhaps once you have given the instructions, you can come join us then.
Yeah, you should.
You have not eaten. You should probably eat.
Yeah.
I ate just before I came in, but I'm sure I can join you for the company. We'll see.
And Ben kind of like places his fingers together, and then I guess in Caius's head he does the head talky thing. He's like, is it totally okay that we come to your that we come? Like, you're not just saying that, right? That because you feel like you have to? Because you totally don't have to. Like, I hope it's okay. Oh, also, this is Bertie talking in your head. I do that. Surprise. Yeah. Awkward. Just, if it's all cool, just nod.
What?
Caius,
Are you okay, Caius?
Are you? Yes. You did a real facial journey just then.
Oh, sorry. Yes. No. No. Everything is fine. And I look over at Bertie and I go,
He does a giant butcher's whip.
Anya catches that. I'm assuming because her passive perception is wild.
I
And
think the dog,
her jaw
like,
just
3 streets
drops,
over notices that.
and she kind of turns like to Bertie, and her eyes are wide, and she just looks at him.
Bertie's just sweating because he's awkward already, so it probably does not help. He's like, and then as he says, like, with his mouth, when he real words, he's like, cool, well, hopefully you can join us, I guess. Otherwise we'll see you soon, Caius. Did you want us to bring you something back, or so if you're hungry later, or
Oh no, it's fine. It's okay. I've got I've got a tab with them anyway, so anything that we need, they just ship it over to our house anyway. So it's perfectly fine.
Oh, well, cool. Well, I'm sure it won't be too long, and yeah, it's real big of you to it'd be cool to visit your house again. Yeah.
Yes.
Again?
Yes, we went earlier to pick Caius up. We thought he'd be interested.
Yeah.
Right. Of course.
Oh, okay. How is the place?
No, it was a very nice surprise, actually. Well, I mean, I knew Bertie was coming because he told me in my head, but I hadn't met Ross before, so that
Barry just like stares at the floor with his face red.
Sorry, Bertie did what?
Ross also looks at Bertie.
Boy, it's a lovely day, isn't it, today? Yeah. Yeah,
I think
real fun.
let's go to lunch. Wow, what was that?
A choice, a bold offer.
I think that we should go to lunch, and we will talk about this later.
Absolutely, yes. Mm-hmm.
Neumann leads the way. And he tries to remember the directions, which I believe was a couple of blocks down, maybe 3 blocks down to the right. Talk to a lady called, from my memory, it was Mary. Probably wrong. And yeah, she's lovely and will take care of us. So, yeah, that's what Neumann goes and under the impression of.
That's great.
He'll just walk into some shop and call them Mary. And I hope he's right.
Sarah Mary here.
I guess before we Bertie hurries off after them, he reaches into his pocket and holds out his little sending stone. He's like, hey, just send a message if you need anything. Yeah. To Caius.
Yep.
Or yeah, we'll be there soon, I guess.
I encouragingly give him the double thumbs up and then walk back to my house.
Before he goes, Ross is going to wait for the other 3 to leave, and then she's going to Caius, can I have a word for a second?
Oh, yes, of course. Hello.
And she's going to kind of pull him to the side and wait for the others to kind of walk a bit ahead and go, how does Durham feel about tieflings?
Well, obviously there are areas that don't, abide by normal rules and, look down on other people. But in these areas, it's perfectly fine. And we're trying to root out those other people who are, might be a bit bigoted or otherwise inclined. Because, we don't really want them here in Durham. But by and large, in these areas, you're perfectly fine.
And her shoulders
And you will be
just
completely
kinda
welcome
relax.
at my house as well.
Thank you. That's good to know. Caius, I just want you to know that I know we haven't known each other for very long, but if you ever want to talk about things, I know I was a bit blunt when we met earlier, but I know sometimes it's easier to tell people things when you don't know them. So if you want to talk, you know where I am.
Well, thank you very much. I would love to have a chat with you at some stage.
Good. Anyway, better catch up before I get lost.
Absolutely.
And then she's going to find the others.
And actually, as Ross is leaving, because Caius and Mitch have both just remembered that he has message as a spell. So he's going to look back at Ross and do a little thing with silver wire. They're like, oh, and that goes for you as well. If you want to talk, I'm good at listening. And that was in your head.
Yep. You can reply to message,
Yes.
can't you?
Can you? Yeah.
Yep. And she's just going to go, she's going to pause and she's going to go, thank you. Thank you very much. And then she'll continue.
Caius will walk back to his house.
So, is there anything out and about that anyone wants to focus in on, or did we want to...
Ross, if we're going to a bakery and stuff, along the way, Ross is going to see if there are any street performers around and she's going to give them some coin.
Okay, so
regardless of the quality.
There's not many, but there's I'm going to say between leaving the tower and getting to Caius's, you come across 4 at different points in the city of varying quality.
She's going to give every single one of them 2 gold.
Okay.
Oh, damn. Nice.
Nice.
Heaps.
Yeah.
So
they're going to be well off for like 2 weeks.
And however they respond, she's just going to give them a little nod and she's just going to like tap her tambourine and be like, hey, performers look after performers. And continue as we go stuff our faces full of pastry.
Yes.
Fair.
Yeah. So yeah, how overboard or not overboard is everyone going with pastries?
Depends what they have. Like, do they have quiche?
You can find, this is Durham, you can find pretty much anything you would like.
All right. I want 2 quiches, like the big round ones, not the slices of them. I'll also have 2 sausage rolls. I'll have 5, but it's like the small sausage rolls. It's like the sections of like the longer sausage rolls. Do they have potato pie? Surely they have potato pie, like a shepherd's pie. Yeah, like the smaller versions of that. And I'll also go. One of those. It's like a vegetable pasty. So basically it's like a pastry in like this semicircle with like just full of vegetables. It is awesome. Neumann loves it. It's one of his favorites.
Okay, so I'll say with that you manage to you rack up a bill of about 5 silver.
He also has a spider, so it's like a soft drink with ice cream in it as well.
That's an extra 4 copper.
Okay.
Ross is going to get a donut.
You wait in line for a while. That is
and a hot chocolate.
Okay, so that'll be that'll probably come to a silver all up.
A silver?
Yeah.
Fantastic.
But it's like one of those nice size donuts and it's good.
Yeah, baby.
And it's
and sprinkles.
yeah, and it's a generous size of hot chocolate for that.
Yeah.
For that silver.
I'm assuming we're all sitting at a table, so she's just gonna. Yep.
Anya gets a savory croissant. She also gets a chocolate eclair, and she gets a black coffee.
Okay.
That's fair.
So that probably comes to around a silver as well. Maybe a silver 2 copper.
We're basically doing what would your character order at a bakery?
Yeah.
Like a D&D.
Welcome to Bakery, the podcast.
Bertie, how overboard are you going?
Okay, so once you guys are done, Bertie's like, okay, oh my gosh, I've been recommended this place by someone real cool, and I simply must sample, I must get a little sample of everything, not to eat. He just opens up his backpack. He's like, do you do a deal or something? The best of?
should I just jump ahead and say you get a little bite-sized serving of everything and it's a gold.
Yeah, it's 1 gold. Awesome.
Yeah, it's
he knows that.
It's like the sampler pack that they set up for that they usually have for catering.
Yeah, catering. Absolutely.
Catering appointments of this is what we do. Try it and tell us what you want for your event.
Awesome. And Buddy puts all that in the backpack, does not eat anything, sits next to you guys, pulls out a flask and drinks from that.
Okay.
That checks out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Unfortunately.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
well, this is very fun. Love being in Durham. Real cool.
So, it's a beautiful city. I've never been before. The last time I left Karas, I just went to Western Navora. This is so interesting.
Oh, wow. Oh, cool. Navora, where you come from, Anya.
Yes, that is where I come from. It must be very disorienting, I guess, for us being somewhere so different.
I mean, a place is a place. And you get used to places, but no, this is just, it's nice to kind of absorb a new culture. I've missed that about going other places, you get used to being home.
I understand the feeling coming from Navora myself, and I've been here for maybe 30 years now, but before that I was traveling around quite a bit, and I think it is better when you are traveling with friends and with people who will have your back. Less overwhelming.
Yeah, no, this is my first time traveling with a party. Last time was for college, so
yes.
Didn't
college.
Exactly go then. Yes, did any of you go to college?
Yeah, laughs. And just keeps drinking her coffee.
Nah, my family taught me everything I know, and the rest I learnt for myself.
Yeah, and I'm self-taught, so yeah. Yep. No college. I can
You
count.
learn a lot traveling, though.
Yeah, absolutely.
Ross, not to be harsh, but with the decisions you have witnessed us make in this short time that you know us, does it look like any of us have a proper education?
To be fair, Anya, I did go to college for theatre. So
you have a good point. Yeah, you have a good point.
That checks out, yeah.
You fit in well with us.
Yes. Many people from my year went traveling after college, so who knows what they're doing now.
Well, maybe some of them are even in Durham. You never know. It's one of the busiest little cities around, I guess.
Anya kind of shrugs, and she's like, well, the world is a dangerous place. They could be dead. And she keeps drinking her coffee.
Ross takes a long drink from her hot chocolate. And she's like, well, I guess that's one way of looking at it. I didn't keep in touch with most of them since most of them were in Navora, and I came straight back to the Concord, but I hope they're not dead. That wouldn't be very nice.
Of course. No, you would not wish that on them, but realistically, it's surprising that everyone sitting at this table is not dead yet, considering.
That's true. I'm sure your friends will be fine, though. All your uni friends and all that. They're probably just a little bit too busy to keep in touch, and it's pretty hard doing that when you're so far apart.
Yeah. You guys sure know how to keep someone's spirit up, huh?
I haven't spoken to my family for a while. I think it's been about, probably around about 6 years, actually.
6 years?
I wonder how they're doing. Yeah. Yeah, I've been traveling for a very long time.
Neumann, are you okay?
Yeah.
You like your family, though, don't you?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I'd love to see him again. But, very far away. If only there was a way I could contact them. Should have organised something like that before I left, hey? Oops.
If you want to write a letter, I do have a spell I can... or send them something. I do have a spell I can do that for you if you tell me where they are. It will cost you, though. It's like 25 gold.
25 gold? Oh,
yeah.
That's actually fairly cheap from memory.
Yeah, absolutely. You know,
just trying to
like,
think how much like express postage costs here.
I know, like, what price would you give to get in touch with your family again? 25 gold is pretty decent, right?
It varies by distance. The cost of of cartage of a letter or parcel.
So yeah, you know, I mean, I guess if you guys have stuff you want to send to people, I can do it. I just can't do it too often per day. But like, you know, it's a possibility.
I'd like to take you up on that, Bertie.
Yeah? Well, yeah. Well, if you got like any... Yeah?
I have a feeling I'm going to be here a little longer than originally anticipated. I might want to let people know.
Well, sure. Can do that for you. Yeah, absolutely.
Can they do a round trip? Because I have a feeling mine's quite a bit away out of the way from Navora. So, like, can they do like a loop, or do I have to wait an extra day for it to be available again?
Kind of like an extra day. It's sort of like I send them to one place, they deliver it, and then they come back if I get a response in like 5 minutes or whatever. But otherwise, I can send it again, that kind of stuff. But I'm still kind of working out the kinks of the spell, but it's worked pretty well so far. So at least I think it has. So yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate it. I'll definitely take up that offer, actually. Now, what am I going to write? Should I send them anything? How big can I make the letter? Can it be like a scroll? Can I put something in it? Oh, I can put some enchantments on it. Oh,
and we fade out of that scene with Neumann brainstorming letter ideas.
The classic Neumann technique.
Yeah. And we cut to Caius making stuff ready at home.
Yes, I get 3 of the house workers, Sebastian, Marigold, and Clive, to get to work setting up 4 guest bedrooms.
Yes, and they do so. It is at this moment that you are made aware, in one way or another, of your guest's arrival.
Perfect.
Probably. So this is his house. Check it out.
And Ross
are you sure
next
we
to Bertie
just
going,
go straight
ta-da!
in?
Is this another knock spell?
Yeah.
No, it's just
The
Ross
whole
going,
house vibrates.
ta-da!
Yeah, well, Caius will go and open up the door. He's changed into evening wear, which is also very expensive, but looks a little crumpled, like he just picked it up from the corner of his room.
Bertie like puts a hand over his mouth, and like in the middle of like chattering, and he's like, "Oh, there's Caius, cool."
Hello, everyone. Welcome to my humble abode. Come on in. Come in.
Yeah, Bertie kind of like bounces after him. And I will say, like, Darby, can he have like bought like some flowers from like a vendor or something on the way there, like a flower vendor or something on the way there?
Yeah, that would have cost you 3 copper.
Awesome. So he just bounces along like carrying all these flowers.
Yeah.
Very excitedly. Cool.
Yeah. Well, I would take them into probably living room number 3, which is a little bit larger than the other one that we were in. a bit more room to sort of spread out a little bit.
Number 3.
It's got a couple of hearths which are on and lit and heating the room up quite nicely, and there are portraits all over the room, and there's a big long table in the side on one of the sides, and just a bunch of couches on the other side with a side table.
Caius, your house is well, it's incredible.
I'll
I've
say.
never seen anything like it, and I've lived for a lot longer than you have.
Oh, well, thank you very much. I obviously can't take any of the credit. It was my parents and their parents and their parents all, working very hard in Durham and doing what they can for the family business, and now we're here.
Yes, here you certainly are. It is, well, I feel a little less bad about certain aspects of our friendship now.
Brady looks very nervously at Anya as she paused to think to complete that sentence.
Yeah. Caius didn't really understand what that meant, so he's just going to nod and go and take a seat.
Oh wow! So you do actually have a fireplace in every room. I thought you were sort of joking about that.
Oh no, that was a joke. There are a few rooms, such as one of the hallways doesn't have a fire, but all the
you can
guest
always
bedrooms.
add that in later.
Well, yes, it's a design thing that we might work on.
Neumann sticks his head in the toilet room. Does it have a fireplace in there? I'll take that as a no.
Surely that's a biohazard if it does.
It's true.
It's heated seats.
Oh, right. Yeah, the fire's under the toilet.
Yeah.
It's incredible. Oh, no. Oh my
Caius's
gosh.
house makes me distressed.
It's incredible. That's excellent. I guess while Neumann checks the toilet room, Barry's like, there's some flowers. I thought they would be nice for your house, as a thanks for letting us stay, for you and your family. Awkwardly holds out a huge bunch of flowers.
Oh, thank you so much. They're lovely. I'll go and put them on the dining table right away, and I go and take them into dining room A.
Oh my god!
And one of the very large vases, which is on the table with a beautiful ornate set of flowers in it, Caius just sort of takes those and puts them off to the side and puts these ones in there.
Ross
I can picture that
is
perfectly.
Ross is going to lean over to Anya and just give her arm like a little tap and just kind of be like, is there something happening here that I should know about, or...
Honestly, I've been trying to figure that out for months. But I don't understand. I don't understand men. Just in general, in any aspect of any of it.
I feel that. I understand.
I'm just saying, if they were women, they would have sorted it out by now.
Oh, indefinitely, yes.
Even if they were not men nor women, they would have figured it out by now. What is going on there? That is a lot. Maybe one day they'll figure it out.
Maybe.
In the meantime, I get to make minor amounts of fun of Bertie for it, so...
Hey, Caius.
I come back into the room and I'm like, hello!
Where's your room?
Oh, it's upstairs. Oh, I can show you if you'd like.
Oh, yes, please.
Oh, let's how rude of me. Let's go on a house tour. And I take them through the
Over
house.
and get your walking boots on.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Make sure you pack your bags. It's a 45-minute trip.
Oh,
There's
exercise.
3 different tour guides at different points of the trip.
Rest station in between.
Yeah. So we just go through the various parts of the house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I sort of avoid the left wing, which is very similar to the right wing. It's just got different pictures, and living room D is in there, and they all look the same. But no, we go upstairs, and I show the giant hallway with just doors on either side, which are all our bedrooms. And most of the doors are shut, except for the two up at the end. The one on the right, which is Grace's room, which I just sort of walk past and see if she's in there doing anything, or if she's like not at home.
You see her kind of head down in a book, like writing something. I'll allow Mitch to describe, because I don't know if he's got anything in particular.
Bernie peeps his head around to look as well. When Kais looks
so
in. Kais
goes around and is like, Grace, hello, these are all my friends that I was talking about. And you see Grace, who is very intently in a very thick black book with green outlines around it. And of course the gold paper edges, which is, normal. She sticks her head up. You see her white hair with the half-elf pointed ears sort of look up and give you all sort of a distant wave, as if she wasn't really expecting company, but just sort of looks up and goes, hello, everyone.
Hey. Hello. Hi.
Hi.
And she sort of goes back to her book and just sort of pokes up from it every now and then, as if like, are they still here, or?
What you doing?
Just working on a new spell.
Oh, excellent. Whoa, what kind of spell?
Something probably a bit like she eyes you up and down, paying close attention to the fact that you're in armor. Probably something a bit beyond you.
I do a bit of magic myself, actually. What can you cast that won't be a waste? An utter waste.
Oh my God.
Look, he will do. I guess he'll do. I'm pretty sure he can do. Look, he'll just do like a thorn whip, and he'll make it high five himself.
Ross kind of ducks out of the way, and he does it.
See, I do a little bit of magic myself, actually. I'm sort of a little bit of an all-rounder, I'd like to consider myself. I don't do magic the normal way. I sort of use my weapons to do it. And what you would have saw is that he did tap his blade on the ground, and then a little bit of like a thorny vine came out and gave him a really good high five. He high-fived the non-splintery bit, though, like the bit that was just newly grown at the end, so he didn't hurt himself, thankfully. He's done this before. That's why he's so good at high-fives, is he just practices and he's often. But, as you can see, I do a little bit of spells, so I don't know if it is above me, actually.
Well,
most things aren't above me. I'm very tall.
Try that again. Do that again.
Sure, he does Thorn Whip again.
And she casts Counterspell. Can you do that? Counterspell.
Well, you see, I can't do that. No, you got me. I'm not trying to say that I am that I am more proficient in magic. I am nowhere near as proficient in magic as some people are. But I enjoy spells and making new things. So I was just a little bit curious. And he like looks at his hands and he's like, damn, like, have I like stepped on some toes here or something?
If you must know, I'm trying to work out how to control inanimate bodies for a brief time.
Oh, well, I have someone who you can talk to if you want. They're Athena. They're a necromancer.
Oh, I know of Athena.
I feel like that would be the right person to talk to.
She taught me when I was studying at the academy.
what a coincidence. He like puts his hands on his hips and he's like, what a small world. Everyone knows each other here in Durham. It's crazy.
Well, no, she just teaches at the Academy of the Arcane, and I attended and specialized in necromancy.
Oh, there you go.
Not that big of a
I'm
coincidence.
sure she wants to get back to her book.
Thank you.
Maybe we should go anywhere else right now.
Oh, so this isn't Caius's room?
Oh no, that's Grace's room. If you keep going, the one on the left, and I'm like at the back of the group somehow, and I'm like giving directions to the front.
It was lovely to meet you, Grace. And he sort of like scratches the back of his head as he leaves, and he's like, I think, I don't actually know. That was weird.
Sorry about that.
Enjoy your book, Grace. Good magic.
As she walks away, Ross is going to use prestidigitation, however you pronounce it, to like do a little salute and just shoot a couple sparks off the end of her fingers before she goes.
Counterspell.
Yeah, I was considering whether she would bother to counterspell that, but no. She's not using a 3rd level slot to
Well, as
That's
Caius walks
incredible.
past the room, he's just gonna go, well, they're my friends, Gracie. Anyway, we'll leave you to your book. Bye. And then he just sort of topples off.
Bye,
I
brother.
love him so
Oh god.
As he goes back to the group, he's like, that's Grace. She deals with death.
Yes.
Does she hold grudges, Caius?
Oh, always.
She's quite
Looks
lively.
pointedly at Neumann.
Yeah, it's not my
Well,
fault.
Yes, no, I wrote in one of her notebooks when we were very young, and she still brings it up.
oh. I know
How
people
does
like
she
that.
bring it up? Are you okay? This is
Oh.
a safe space.
You hear
Not in my house.
you hear from a distance, that wasn't a notebook, that was my spell book, and it was very expensive ink you used.
Well, I know that now. I usher everyone into my room.
Yeah, let's go check out your room, Caius.
She might cast another spell on me. And I take you into Caius's room, which is just like it's I want to say a small room, but it's not. Small compared
small
to
in
the rest of the house.
It's a small apartment.
Yeah.
It's the size of my unit.
Yeah. There's not much around. There's a couple of tunics just sort of in a corner, and there's, just a bed off to the side. There's a bookshelf which is in pristine condition, like, it doesn't look like it's been touched or bumped in any way for very, many years.
That checks out.
Yeah.
Is there a set of weights in the corner?
There is not actually a set of weights in the corner, but if you look out the window, you see a giant. One of the sections of the backyard is just covered with training equipment. So that's where you'll find.
When Anya walks in, that's what she's looking for. She's looking for training equipment. And when she doesn't find it, but then looks at the huge window and sees the huge training yard, she just nods like, yep, okay, makes sense.
Ross is going to kind of absorb the room for a moment and then kind of look at Caius and be like, this is a lovely room, Caius.
Thank you.
Is your sister the only magic user in your family?
Oh, no, we're all magic users. I've got 8 sisters. Do I? I have 8 sisters, yes. They're all proficient with some form of magic. They're all very, very highly skilled in wizardry and the different schools, and I'm just sort of, obviously, some of that brushed off to me, but I prefer the more physical
Of course. And
nature, yes.
how many of your sisters are, and she kind of looks at Caius's ears and she's like, how many of you are half elves?
Oh, all of them.
Bertie turns around at this, he's like, your whole... Huh. Probably makes about the
Oh,
same face that Ross is making right now.
that's fascinating.
Yeah. Oh, you're wondering why I gesture to my round ears.
I didn't want to be rude, but I'm curious.
No, the Sylvia's family is primarily elvish in nature, but we, we've got human blood in us, and I'm the first actual human for a couple of generations. My grandfather was human as well, but most of us have some form of elven blood in us.
That makes you
Mine
special.
just hasn't materialized in physical form yet.
What a gift you must be, then. It's so fascinating.
That's one way to say it. Thank you.
I'm not sure how you envision it, Mitch, but I would imagine, like, outside of, like, the pointed ears, there would be some features of Caius that are vaguely elven.
Oh, there are elvish features.
Yeah.
Like I can,
Like the handsomeness.
yeah, naturally. I sleep for 7 hours instead of 8, like that elven tree. No, there are some. If you're looking hard enough, there are certain pointed features which do sort of But I, as opposed to the rest of my sisters, I have much more human features.
Okay.
So just for, ease, Caius just refers to himself as full human.
Okay.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Is your armor in this room?
Yes, probably this one. It might be in my one of the other rooms that I have, and I open up my cupboard, and there's just like several different sets of armor.
Oh, wow.
The dwarven plate armor that I have.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow. So you've got quite a few copies. Neumann wants to try and find the one that he remembers polishing. He would know it quite instantly.
So that would be the dwarven plate.
Yes.
Yeah. Cool. He whips out the old bag of holding, brings out the old armor polish, his trusty armor polishing cloth, and he goes to work. He's like, well, I can see this one's actually been used a fair bit. Have you been taking care of it, or?
Well, actually, I took it off a few days ago, and I just haven't had time to clean it or polish it yet. But no, look, don't worry about that. I'll sort that out.
You do.
But it's been far too long.
Bertie,
Let me have this for a little bit.
and even Neumann, because you are so close to it, do pick up on there is the telltale signs of some sort of arcane mending, some sort of arcane sealing on the back of the main body piece of armor. Like it's kind of dented in, and it looks like it might have had
Anya sort of frowns a little bit, and she's like, Caius, it's quite obviously not now, but it took a fair bit of damage, yes? So what happened? Are you okay?
Oh,
Yeah, it's like at the back here. Actually,
yes.
I don't remember this being here before, actually.
Oh, well, I get in fights and training all the time, and sometimes my training partners, we go a little hard on each other, and that's...
Were you in the armor when this happened?
Yes.
Who is this training partner that you had? I need to speak with them immediately. That is not okay.
Oh, no, it's perfectly fine. It's
No, Caius, that is not okay.
I don't even remember when that happened, to be honest.
I'm sure
That is even worse. They could have concussed you.
I'm sure.
Like, fair enough if you are in battle and things happen, but when you are training is a safe place. You should know that as well as anyone, having nearly been killed by Rook, like all of us.
Yeah, that's very true. If memory serves me correctly, you almost killed me as well.
Yes, most likely. But I know not to grievously harm a friend. So I would get that person fired. They were probably trying to assassinate you.
Yeah, how many, like, I know it might be hard to tell because it's been fixed, but, like, is it, like, one wound mark, or is there, like, multiple?
It appears there's a few smaller scuffs. They're not so much damage to the armor, just, like a bit of polish would get them out, but, yeah.
Well, I mean, Kais is here, so I'm sure he's fine. You know, you're good at all the training stuff and stuff like that, so, you know, what's the harm, am I right?
Ross is gonna, like, watch all of this happening like it's the world's worst tennis match. And then she's going to, like, step a bit closer and look at the armor. Can she tell if the mark is, like, lines up with the scar she saw on Caius's back?
Roll me.
Bearing in mind she has expertise in Arcana.
Roll me an investigation check.
Oh, fuck you. Look in Arcana, I have expertise.
There's nothing Arcana checky about
You
this.
said it was Arcana.
You're sure looking at
It'd almost be a medicine check, I'd say.
Oh, that's a nat 16. So plus my insight makes that 19.
Investigation, not insight.
Investigation makes it a 21.
21.
Oh.
Yeah, so this seems to line up pretty closely with the scar on the back.
Okay. Ross is gonna just tap the armor with her nail a couple of times, see what noise it makes, and just gonna be like, well, I agree with Birdie. Caius is here. Clearly the damage may have been great, but the injury wasn't, so that's all good then.
I would like to roll a Caius insight check. What does he look like right
Yep,
now?
roll me an insight.
A Bertie Caius insight check.
Roll me an insight check and base.
You want me to roll anything, or I'm really good at deception.
I will just allow you, based on what Bertie rolls, to let Laura know what Bertie picks up on.
Cool.
Okay, it's a 19.
Oh.
So pretty good.
Bertie is good at Caius insight, Caius perception. I don't know.
And Caius isn't great at hiding things. So probably as soon as the armor was brought out, Caius started shifting very uncomfortably. He obviously doesn't want the group to know that something happened. Yeah. I don't know. He seems uncomfortable with this whole situation. Like
He's
this
uncomfortable.
This isn't something that he wants brought up, especially not now in front of everyone.
That's all
and
good. So Bertie's been kind of like side-eyeing, like, to watch his expression. He's like, anyway, actually, Caius, I got a big question. Over at the window here, just out there, is that where you train?
That's one of the spots that I train, yes.
Kind of like leans close to Caius, do that. Like, oh, cool, that's amazing. So, like, talking about training and all that, like, that's really cool. So, you've been doing a bit of that since you've been here, working out, all that?
Oh, getting a bit in. I try and go for about 7 hours a day, but it's
7 hours a day.
Yes, I've been relaxing actually. So.
Wow, you were really slacking when you were traveling with us.
Yes. Well, I was getting the hands-on experience with you lot, so.
That's true. With Rook and all that, do the fight, the sparring and all that. That's really cool. Like, you're certainly packing a lot in, I guess. That's pretty cool.
Well, I've buffed out as many of these scuffs as I could. Actually, I feel like I've done a pretty good job. Actually, so
that looks spectacular.
It absolutely does.
Well, thank you very much for that.
Face in it now. And it makes him very happy.
Kind of warped a bit along where the scar in the armor is.
Oh no.
Sort of distorts his face a little bit, and he's very amused by that. And he bops his head up and down whoa, and his head is whoa, whoa.
Bertie again, I guess, looks to see what Caius's reaction is when Neumann is going on about this.
A little bit more relieved that the buffing is done, and hopefully we can change the subject.
Excellent. Cool.
Ross has just been getting more and more confused as this conversation has continued. Her train of thought went off the rails around Rook and Anya tried to kill Caius, and she just has
That's
not
fair.
gotten that train back on the tracks since.
That's fair.
What a scandal. Yeah, awesome. You've got a really nice room in here, Caius.
Oh, thank you very much.
Yeah.
It gets a little warm in summer, but that's, you know.
Yeah, I'm guessing that's because of the fireplace in the corner.
Yes. No, I haven't quite learned how to properly, start one up from scratch, so I just leave it burning.
That's fair.
Oh, well, yeah, actually, it's not quite that hard, actually. I could show you if you'd like.
Oh, well, when we have time, I'm sure, if we're staying here for a little while, we'll probably tomorrow or so, but I think dinner's probably getting close to being ready.
How long we stay here, I think, completely depends on the convocation, but we'll probably get sent on our merry way sometime on some mission, most likely.
I'm sure.
Sorry. I just had the realization of what I've been picturing Caius's house as in my head this entire time. Y'all ever seen Macaulay Culkin's classic Richie Rich?
Oh my god,
Years
you're
and
right.
years
That's
ago.
what I've been picturing his house to look
That's
like.
fair.
Can I just ask, how big is the fire in Caius's room?
It's fairly small in Caius's room.
Ross is gonna look at Caius and look at the fire, and she's once again going to use prestidigitation, and she's gonna snuff it, and then she's going to light it again.
Oh.
And
Well,
she's
that's
going.
one way to do it, I guess.
Yeah, I can't do that either. That's actually very impressive.
Thank you. That's just what you learn at college for bards.
Bertie kind of looks with slightly narrowed eyes when you do this, but especially when the others are praising you. But yeah, that's all.
Teaching Caius magic things is my job.
Caius does sort of stare a little bit wide-eyes and does tense up a little bit once it's been created, but yeah.
That checks out.
Does Ross notice that?
There's
Can I roll
Anya
for
knows
it?
that.
Can I roll for
Yeah,
it?
roll. Ross, roll insight. Anya, roll insight as well.
Oh, Anya sees shit all because that is a 1.
Like a sleight of hand from
Are
Caius.
you proficient in
An
insight
emotional sleight
though,
of
Anya?
hand.
You're proficient in insight though, and you're an 11th level rogue.
Oh, that's 13.
No, it's 23. You have reliable talent.
Oh.
I forgot I picked that up. Whoops.
If you are proficient in
Sorry,
something,
Caius.
you cannot roll below an 11 on the dice.
That is incredible.
Wait. If I have proficiency in something, I can't
No.
roll.
No, that's
Oh, that's
Anya.
me.
That's
That's
a
me.
That's
wow.
Anya.
Only Anya.
Okay, well
because-
then altogether Ross got a 19.
Okay, yeah, you both pick up on the tensing of Caius.
Anya doesn't mention anything, but she does frown. And I think actually she might look to Bertie and just raise her eyebrows a little worriedly.
But he kind of because he doesn't know about why Caius doesn't like fire, but he does know Caius doesn't trust his magic or is somewhat afraid of it. So he's kind of just raises his eyebrows and tries to do a side eye gesture, let's change the subject. Or tries to communicate that by communicating his eyes quite a lot at Anya.
Caius, I know dinner's coming up soon, but before or even after, I would love to see your training grounds.
Oh, yes, of course. Well, what time frame are we sort of looking at for dinner? Can I fit in a sneaky 2-hour training session
Yeah,
before
you
dinner?
you could sneak in some training before dinner.
Okay. Well, I mean, I could always, I can always show you the training ground now if you'd like.
Oh, I'd love
Got a
to
little
see
bit
the
of time.
training grounds. Yes, good suggestion, Anya.
Yes, we could test the new. Oh, No, I think, test Newman's new armor against you. You can have a little, spa. Yes, that's what I was going to say.
Okay. Before we go, Ross, you look like you were about to say something.
Oh, I just wanted to say, on the way down, could you show us where our rooms are, just so I can leave my bag?
How silly of me, of course. Yes, no worries. Sure. Yes, I will.
Fantastic.
I'll just quickly get changed into some training gear, and then I'll,
Would you like us to leave?
and I'm like halfway through taking my shirt off. Oh yes, that would probably be good, wouldn't it?
Yeah, but he like kind of covers his eyes. It's like very pink. Like, that would only be proper, of course. Let's get out of here.
Okay, so for the sake of brevity, Caius gets changed, shows you guys where your rooms are, and takes you down to the training grounds.
Awesome.
They looked pretty extensive from his bedroom window. Where, like, actually being on them, they are even more extensive than they seemed. I don't know what you were imagining, Caius or Mitch, but I'd imagine there's like training, like automatons and.
Oh wow!
Yeah, there's
Neumann.
There can be sort of like a magical, almost like unseen servant, but seen.
Yeah.
That can just sort of be there as targets.
Yeah.
It's just called servants.
It's just called "We get it, you're rich."
There's one or two
mental servants.
There's probably one or two like iron golems for like the high intensity combat training.
Mm-hmm. There's an obstacle course around the right hand side.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. It's big. Like a sand trap with a net on the top. It's like full,
Oh, everything in your house is very big and impressive.
Oh, well, thank you. This part I actually made and designed myself.
Really?
Yeah, well, I mean, the golems I got a little bit of help with, but everything here is sort of fairly recent.
Oh, that's really cool.
This is amazing.
Thank you.
Would probably have a career if you wanted it in designing training courses. You should talk to the army about that. Or at the very least, we have friends now, I guess, in the Fellowship of Halloween. They have like a small militia that could probably use the training.
It's true. I reckon Rook would love beating stuff up here as well. It's really cool. Just fills you with inspiration for the fitness thing.
Ross internally is thinking, oh, stage fighting did not prepare me for this. Externally is just like, wow, cool. Like everyone else, she's like, yep, I know how all of these things work.
So
Newman's jolting around the room. He's like, and all of this is from a distance as well because it's so big. Like he's actually going to the automaton and he's saying,
we can't hear you, Jack.
It cut out.
How did you get these things in here? And just imagine this is very distant. I tried to do the effect, but obviously it didn't work. How did you even get these in here? And he climbs on the iron columns. He's like these won't even fit through a door. Did you construct them in here or something? And he's underneath the sand pit with the net. And he's like this is just so much work. And you designed all of this. Oh my God, this is so impressive. And I love the decor.
You do notice Neumann going over the golem that it is probably, it's not so much clockwork automaton, it's more akin to kind of a statue made of iron that has been given movement through enchantment.
How did it react to me giving myself a piggyback on its back?
It's fairly dormant at the moment, so it didn't react at all.
It didn't retaliate.
Yeah.
Excellent. No. That's good. He was a little bit cautious, but he still did it anyways. But yeah, cool. Yeah, he's basically just running around the obstacle course now.
Okay.
Well, I think it's safe to say Newman's pretty impressed by your skills, Caius.
Oh, well, it's many years of work to put this together, so it's, I'm sure anyone can do it, really.
I think I couldn't do that.
Caius, I've been around for a long time, and I have not met anyone who could make something like this. So be proud of yourself.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Well, thank you all very much. I don't think there's much else to show you around the house. We've still got like an hour or so before dinner's ready. I don't know what else there is to do around Durham.
Is there a dress code for meeting your family? You were dressed quite formally when we arrived.
Oh no, those are my pajamas. You wear whatever you're comfortable with.
You bought other clothes?
Of course. You didn't?
I sort of looks at Anya like, yeah, why didn't you?
I always have spare clothes in my bag in case we do another gig or I need a costume change. I'm remembering who I'm talking to. My apologies.
Have you seen me wear anything other than this?
I assumed you had many copies of the same outfit.
Do people do that?
I know many strange people. I wouldn't be surprised.
Well, so Neumann comes up and he's like, so should I wear this? And he comes out of the armor, or should I wear this? And he goes back into the armor, this? And he comes out of the armor, or this.
Oh, that's wow.
Oh, yeah, did I not show you that? Oh, also watch this. He throws the armor or sword. He doesn't know how to use it at all, but it just holds out the sword for him, and he's like, on guard, and he starts banging his sword against the other sword. But obviously the armor doesn't know how to do anything like that, so it's just standing there like that. I've got a training partner with this thing. It's great.
That is amazing.
I know, right? Oh, and it is a blast to polish, just let me tell you.
It looks it. I've been eyeing it off, giving it the side eye for most of this. I didn't know you could step into it, though.
Anya leans down to Ross and she's like, they polish each other's armor quite often. And, yes, it's as hilarious as it sounds.
All the hard-to-reach places, they sort of just
Ross,
make themselves
whose eyebrows are just all the way up her forehead. Ross's eyebrows are all the way up her forehead, and she's just leaning over to Anya is that a euphemism? Because I know he polished his armor earlier, but how does this tie into the birdie thing? I'm confused.
Oh no.
Well,
oh no.
Let's put it this way. Bertie wants Caius to polish his armor, and Bertie wants to polish Caius's armor. However, Neumann doesn't want to polish anyone's armor, but he likes polishing armor, but not polishing armor. Caius, I believe he likes polishing the armor of the same kinds of people I like polishing the armor of.
Right.
But who knows?
This is an intricate spider's web of polishing.
But physically, in a non-metaphorical sense, they polish each other's armor, yes.
Okay.
And it is very hilarious.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yes. I will bear that all in mind.
So, as it has been mentioned, I would be remiss not to ask, is anyone sparring with anyone?
Caius is in his training gear.
I think Ross wants to see if she actually knows what she's doing. Because she's fought a lich, but she wants to see if she can face a real fighter.
Anyone else?
Anya was geared up to go. I can imagine maybe Ross sort of gets out whatever Ross wants to fight with, and maybe turns towards Caius or Neumann or something, and Anya just goes up to her and she's like, maybe you should spar with me instead.
Ross has her tambourine out and she's like, okay. And she's going to throw it above her head and catch it in her other hand and go, let's go then. Is it 10 paces? Do we turn? What's the etiquette here?
Bertie, you're normally the rules guy for this sort of thing.
Yeah, but he's been looking very distracted and awkward while this has kind of been falling into place. He's like, yeah, 10 paces. Usually, I don't know. I mean, are you fighting fisticuffs or like magic or what?
Yeah, how much damage are we allowed to do to one another? And while she's talking, Ross is actually going to like take her fancy doublet off. So she's just in like her leggings and her shirt.
Anya grins. She's like, oh, this would be fun. No holds barred? Like, Caius, do you have an onboard healer or?
I was just about to say, no, we don't. Usually I just spar against the wooden training dummies over there. There is no healing facilities within a 2-block radius of this house.
Yeah.
To Mercy, then? To Mercy or whoever becomes unconscious first.
Let's do that.
Oh, well, I guess I've at least got some healing, so if you guys accidentally kill each other, I can try to stop that.
Okay.
As Zoe,
Please
Ross
don't.
also has healing, so
Yeah.
like she has no worries. Yeah, I need to look at all my spells. Oh god.
All right.
You need to remember what Anya can do.
Incredible.
And while they're having a look at that, like Bertie, Neumann, are either of you gonna try to take on someone?
Yeah, well, I mean, by the sounds of it, Caius is free.
Caius is sort of very baffled by all of this because he was under the impression we were just doing like a practice, like a spar with like sticks. And
Yeah, well, I was just going to
things.
say, Neumann, like, I'm assuming there would be something like sticks or like wooden swords or something.
Yeah, there's a lot of wooden training swords and wooden shields and everything like that.
Neumann grabs 4 wooden swords, all like in a bundle in his arms, like that, and he hands one to Bertie, hands one to Caius, and holds 2 for himself.
Okay.
One for the armor and one for him.
Oh! Well...
And he gestures the armor towards Bertie.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Or Bertie, how about this? Do you want to team up against Caius? Because then I think it's a fair fight.
I'm not very good at handling... Well, I am, but not this kind of sword. Yeah. Yeah, all right. Yeah, sure. Yeah, I can try. Sure,
Alrighty
let's
then.
team up.
Sure. Okay, so Neumann gets in his armor and he goes, all right, Caius, how about a live spar?
Okay, let's go. Sure.
Okay, just a light one. All right, he's definitely casting blur on himself.
All right.
He does not want to get hit. Even if you had a wooden sword, I feel like you would do considerable damage to Mr.
So
Neumann.
let's run this as one concurrent combat, I guess.
God.
I am just gonna say, Ross is very unprepared for this, but that's in character.
Okay.
Caius is also unprepared. He has no armor and no shield.
So
Anya's always prepared for a fight.
Oh, man. Okay.
I have an idea, but I don't know if it's gonna work.
I have a hilarious idea, and if
God.
it works, it's going to be very funny.
So, Darby, I'm just assuming that a training sword is like my strength modifier to hit, yeah?
yes, there are.
Okay, that's fine. That's all good.
Yeah.
Are we rolling an initiative?
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
this
we're
gonna work?
rolling initiative.
Yeah. So Rolf.
Or like, is it a wider initiative, or is this like in each group initiative? What's happening?
No, this is standard initiative. So everyone.
Okay.
Like.
Nat 20 on initiative, babe.
Oh,
So that also, with our house rules, gives you advantage on your first attack.
Yeah, which with my bonus is a 26.
Okay.
26 on initiative, and I get advantage. Ooh.
Okay.
All right, and so Newman's like, all right, here's what I propose. I propose perhaps like a fencing rule. First 1 to 3 hits wins. Something like that.
I like it.
Yeah.
Also, Newman got a 10 for
Okay.
initiative.
Caius got a 27.
Oh,
And you got a
my
21.
God. But he got an 18 actually, but he's kind of busy just trying to take off his coat and then very quickly checking his left wrist and then be like, yeah, cool, okay, sure. His very puny little wrist. All right.
All right. So,
Like, again, he looks quite reluctant, but he's like, looks at Caius, he's like, yeah, no, okay, cool.
yeah. So, Caius, you won initiative.
So what's the deal here? Is it 1v2 or is it 1v1v1 or?
Me and Birdie are a team, so we'll share the hits. If our team gets 3 hits on you first, we win, and if you get 3 hits on our team, then you win.
Okay.
Okay. So, yeah. So
Is this a strength plus proficiency to attack?
yes, because these are basically improvised weapons. Although if people have ways of buffing the sticks, feel free to do so.
No, that would be unsportsmanlike.
Well.
Caius will leap into action. He was going to sort of take a more defensive stance, but at the request of just 3 hits and you win.
You can do that in 1 turn, can't you?
Yeah,
Caius
that's
is just
true.
gonna go.
Oh my God.
I assume Neumann and Bertie are standing next to each other.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It would be.
Caius is going to jump into combat with both of them. He's going to take 1 attack at Neumann.
Yep.
That's only a 16.
No.
Only a
No?
16.
Next attack is at Bertie.
Yeah.
Do you have like shield or anything?
No. He is a noodle. He's going to die.
Like mage armor or something?
Didn't beat him in initiative, so no.
That's a 24.
Oh my God, yeah, that hits.
So that'll hit.
Oh, that's great.
I'm only doing really light taps
Yeah.
as well.
So that
But he dies. He's gone.
that's 5 damage.
Oh my goodness.
Oh.
Because that is 1 plus your strength. Well, yeah, if it's just a light tap, just the 1 damage then.
Yeah, I'm trying to just like bop
One
up all the
damage.
arms.
All right.
And then I'm just going to action surge and go again.
Cool. Also, roll at disadvantage for Neumann this time as well. He has blood on
yes,
at the moment.
that's a good
Yeah.
point. I will. Disadvantage is a 12.
Yeah, that's a negatory on that one.
Yep.
Oh, wow. That arm.
And the second attack, or the fourth attack, sorry, will be on Bertie. Which is a natural 20.
Oh my god!
Oh, my God.
So Bertie,
yeah, that hits.
you take 2 damage.
A good one.
Oh, sorry, that one, I got, sorry.
All right.
Fine.
All right, Ross.
Oh boy! So I get advantage on my first attack,
Yep.
or just my first anything? Okay.
First anything that is you rolling, basically.
Anya, how heavy is your quiver?
I don't know. I
What?
Eddie, do not know how heavy Anya's quiver is.
That sounds like a very weird euphemism as well.
How heavy is your quiver, baby?
It's maybe including the arrows, maybe like 3 pounds.
So we're gonna do the 10 paces.
Oh my God.
We're gonna turn, and Ross is gonna duck down low. She's gonna immediately cast Mage Hand and use the Mage Hand to grab your quiver of arrows and take them across the field.
Oh.
Yep. Anya watches that and she just grins.
Oh no.
All
I
right.
may have wasted advantage.
Well, no, because you haven't
You didn't have to roll for that.
Yeah.
So
And then Ross is going to do a...
Yeah, you have a bonus action if there's anything you can do with that.
How mean is she going to... Oh, what can I do as a bonus action? Any leveled spell, because I used a cantrip.
But you don't have any... You've only got Healing Word as a bow. You could...
I thought you said any leveled spell.
As long as it's a bonus action.
D&D Beyond, you can click bonus
Yeah.
action, which is super useful for...
Yeah.
Okay, well, it says my only bonus action is like 2-weapon fighting, healing word, or inspiration. So Ross is then going to do a cool flip, like in female action movies, and she's gonna get behind one of the pillars
Okay.
around the area.
All right. Anya, your go.
Anya's going to she's going to pull out her Dragon Slayer rapier, kind of do a cool little sword flourish with it. She's going to sprint up to where Ross is, hold the Dragon Slayer rapier up to Ross, and then she's going to cast... she's going to cast Command.
Counterspell.
Oh.
Oh, counterspell.
Yeah.
God, I hate counterspell.
Yeah,
I have it at 3rd level.
Yeah, it's command is a first level spell.
That's fine.
So, yeah.
So the command word she said was yield.
Ross, I'm assuming as safely as possible, put her hand under the sword. No. And she's gonna give it a little, and she's not gonna touch it because that's gonna count as a tap, but she is gonna give you a wink.
Yeah. And when that happens, Anya, like, her eyes sort of light up, and she's like, "Oh, this is going to be harder than I thought." And she then uses her bonus action to cast Hex.
All right.
Oh no.
Oh my god.
What does that do?
So, you place curse on a creature that you can see within range. Until the spell ends, you deal an extra 1d6 necrotic damage to the target when you hit it with an attack. Also, choose one ability when you cast a spell. So, Anya, choose an ability. Like, strength, charisma, etc., etc.
Let's go wisdom.
Okay, so you have disadvantage on wisdom checks.
Checks, not safe.
Yes.
So you're fine.
If the target drops to... that doesn't really matter. But yeah, so you deal an extra d6 necrotic damage to Ross whenever you hit.
But we haven't hit yet.
And I don't think she can do...
I think that's your action, bonus action, and movement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nope.
Okay.
That's her.
Bertie.
Okay. Bertie. Perfect. I thought their fight was over.
No.
No.
Excellent. So, I guess Kais has whacked him twice real hard.
Sorry.
Yeah.
So he's kind of reeling back quite badly. And when he reels back, I guess it's a good one. And then he kind of brushes his hand back against his forehead. Wipes the sweat off his brow. And when he does that, he kind of grabs one of his petals. And then he grasps back onto the training sword, the wooden training sword. And it kind of flickers with a sort of if observers were watching, or very observant, he's when he does that, his fingers make a kind of shape on the trading sword, and it kind of flickers with sort of energy. So he's cast Shillelagh, which Darby has flavored, so I can cast it, which means that I can use my spellcasting ability instead of strength for the attack and damage rolls, which is rad. So I'm going to now attempt to roll.
Yeah, so it is now a +9 rather than...
Oh, nice.
rather than a -1.
I also rolled a 19. So that's a 27 to hit.
That absolutely
that
hits. Yeah, I have an armor class of 13 currently.
Awesome.
Yeah, 'cause you're not in your good armor.
It's a D8, I believe.
Yeah, D8 plus 5.
No, I'm not in any armor. I don't have my shield and I don't have my armor.
Yeah.
A D8, and I rolled an 8. And so is it plus my modifiers for my spells then? Is it Shillelagh?
Simply the D8 plus 5.
Oh, yeah, that's all right. So, yeah. I rolled an 8, so that's maths. Yes.
13.
13. 13 damage.
Yeah, okay. So take that.
Oh, sorry. That didn't mean to be hit that hard. Sorry, I don't know how to handle a sword very well. Again, I do, but not these kinds of swords. Yep. 6 seconds.
Right. Yeah, Neumann.
Right.
You've just noticed, like, that was pretty impressive for Bertie, who you've never seen wield any sort of melee weapon.
Neumann full on like hesitates because he's not paying attention anymore to Caius. He's like, damn. I've never seen you fight like that before. That's well done. And then what he does is he goes into his pocket and he grabs out some sand that he got from the
Oh my god.
from the pit. And just for flavor, he's not going to like throw it in his eyes, but he's going to throw it towards Caius. and then he's going to use that opportunity to go behind Caius, like to literally dash. I guess feline agility if you want to flavor it even more, and so that he has some form of advantage in a way that he's flanking.
So you're
with
flanking with Bertie, yeah.
Yes.
Out of curiosity, does that
No, he's just strafing around you. No attack opportunity.
Yeah, staying within the 5 feet.
Yeah.
No worries.
He knows he's close to winning.
Yeah.
He would not risk that.
So you get 2 attacks here.
Yes, I do.
Oh.
All right, let's see the first one. Natural 20.
Nice.
So you can. Do you want
That's like
to?
my first natural 20.
Do you want to
That's
deal?
pretty good.
Yeah.
Do you want to deal sneak attack and full damage?
no
and all
sneak
that?
attack, no.
So just the 2, just the base 2 damage.
Yes.
Poor Caius.
Okay, so Caius, you take 2 damage, and Neumann, take your second attack. I believe that makes it 2-2.
It does make it 2
It does. It all rides on this.
It does.
Very well may.
That is a 6. And that is a 2. I don't believe this hits.
Oh no.
6 plus. Because this
So
is
6 plus
yeah.
3, I believe, is a 9.
You can use Dex for this.
He really
11.
wants Caius to be beat.
That's 11.
Oh,
No,
Doesn't
Okay.
beat 13.
it's not.
Okay.
Bounces off his muscles.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Oh no.
Caius, it is your go.
Okay. Well, that was exciting. So
You have sand at your feet now.
I do have sand at my feet. That was quite a trick. Well done. My turn, I guess, and I'm going to go and try and bop Neumann
All right.
At disadvantage.
at
Bop it.
disadvantage.
Twist it.
However, I'm going to use a Tides of Chaos to just make it a straight roll.
Oh
Yep.
no.
Oh, damn. Nice.
No.
Why am I more afraid of their stick fight than our like no holds barred fight?
Okay.
Am I adding proficiency to this or no? I've been
no, because
practicing with
it's
sticks for a while.
yeah, but it's still an improvised weapon, so no.
That's fine. It's 21.
21.
Oh my god.
That just hits.
That just meets my AC. You got it. Holy crap.
Caius won.
Unless Neumann wants
yeah.
to spring
You
shield.
can do it.
Well, I believe it's too late though, isn't it? I have
No,
to
it's
say
a react.
before it's-
It's.
No, give it a go.
I don't think so.
Right, spring shield. Well, it
Caius has
doesn't matter what I
multiple
roll
attacks,
then.
so
Yeah.
It'll just be a guaranteed block
Well,
then. That,
just-
that was max anyways, so
Yeah.
you now need to get a 29.
Oh my goodness. That's
Well, in
scary.
fitting what I have been doing, just alternating attacks, I'm going to spin around, and with the wooden shield that I've got, I'm just going to do a quick 180 and just go bop onto Birdie and try and knock Birdie
Jesus.
prone.
All right.
Oh god.
30's
Roll,
die.
roll to
There's
hit.
the breastbone.
Oh, this is a shield
Who
bash.
knows?
Yeah.
It's not an
Birdie might
actual
be
attack.
into that.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, but you know.
So this is you roll a d20 and add either your acrobatics or athletics, whatever one you choose.
Oh, I'm guessing
And
it's
you have to
athletics.
beat a DC of 28.
Yeah, no.
That was a natural 20 on my athletics check.
Oh
So you're
my god. Birdie's like slammed to the ground. Jesus. Probably coughs up some blood.
Yeah, so Kai, I believe with that Caius has won.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I said 3 hits. I didn't specify with what.
Yeah. All right. Ross.
Can I just double check? Anya and Ross, like, are we also doing the 3-tap system, or are we just going into?
I
No,
think-
we were doing
You guys
until
went
someone
till
yields.
yield.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
To the death.
Ross is going to duck under Anya's blade. She's gonna use an elbow into the back to kind of knock her off her balance. And then she is going to, with her tambourine, she's gonna clap it above her head and cast invisibility.
Okay.
Incredible.
Do I have to make any kind of roll about the elbow to the back?
Nah.
It's just flavoring.
Yeah, it's just
I don't care.
flavoring. No.
Just roll to knock you off your balance, then to like.
Yeah, I'm
Do
like
anything.
Anya would find her feet quick enough
Yeah.
from that anyway.
Yeah.
Anya.
Yeah, Ross has cast invisibility, so
Yeah.
she's fully invisible now.
Ross is still within melee though, right? Ross hasn't left melee, or did Ross move?
I was going to say she moves. Darby did not.
Yeah, you can move.
I'm gonna move to another pillar.
Yeah.
Careful not to. Is the ground grass or dust?
It is.
It's grass.
Yeah.
In the sparring area.
Okay, cool. Then she's not gonna bother about like kicking up dust. She's just gonna run to the next pillar and hide.
I rolled the attack of opportunity, but unless a 10 hits,
Yeah, no.
No, 10 doesn't beat my AC.
All right. Anya, it is your go.
okay. So Anya had sort of, as Ross had turned invisible, she kind of flourished her sword to try and hit her, but completely sort of missed. So she's like, damn. What will she do? What will she do? I think she... What she's going to do is she's going to close her eyes, point in the direction that she saw, or she felt like she saw Roscoe, and she says some magical words that she hasn't actually said in a very long time. Or at all during this podcast, I don't think. And she's going to cast the cantrip that she had at the very start, which is True Strike,
Okay.
Oh, nice.
to balance out that disadvantage.
Nice.
And
That's
with
clever.
her bonus action, she's going to hide
Okay. Roll a stealth check.
because she can do that.
Yeah.
Oh, Ross, I am so sorry. That's a 30.
Oh my god.
Okay.
She probably, what she does actually, she probably spins like back behind the post, but then pulls herself up. I'm imagining there's beams, and so she's now up above, like crouching on those beams, sort
Okay.
of scanning the area for movement in the dust.
Okay.
True Strike tells her like all my weaknesses, right?
It
True Strike.
gives
Brief insight into the target's defenses. It just basically gives me advantage.
Yeah.
Okay.
doesn't tell me all your weaknesses. Don't
Yeah.
worry.
Okay. It all started when I was born.
Yeah. So Ross.
She's going to pause for just a second to kind of hear what Anya's doing. Would she have felt True Strike hit or anything like that?
She hasn't. No, because she hasn't cast it yet.
Okay. She
Or she's cast it. She hasn't attacked with True Strike yet.
I'm going to use thaumaturgy to make it sound like footprints are coming from 10 feet to the right.
Okay.
10 feet to the right of Anya.
Let me just check with invisibility. Creature.
Oh, does it turn off?
The spell ends for a target that attacks or casts a spell.
Ah, shit. Okay. Then I will not do that. I am instead going to try and move even further away. Actually, I'm going to move to the sand pit.
Okay.
Just because I'm not sure if she really thinks it'll give her advantage, but she does think it'll look cool.
That's fair.
She's
That's
always
very
thinking about
valid.
the stage fights.
Yeah.
The stage fights.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I'm not sure kind of where we all were in proximity to each other, but depending on how far she had to go, she definitely, like, as she walked past, poked Neumann in the back as she went past, which is not an attack, but she just
That's why
wanted
I
to be
missed the-
silly.
That's why I missed the second attack.
All right.
He got distracted.
All right. All right. Anya.
Oh, Ross, I'm so sorry.
Oh no.
Oh no. Anya's
so,
very scary.
yeah, Anya, she
Right.
runs along those rafters, and she can, with that, just for flavoring, with that balanced out disadvantage, like where it's flat now, she can see the sand kicking up where Ross's movements are, and because she is
Think of that bit.
a ranger like rogue, like she's a scout, this is what she's trained in, she grins slightly, and she runs along the top of those rafters, brandishes her flourishes her sword again and leaps down and goes to attack with her sword. Now, Darby.
It is a flat roll. Because
Yep. No. But because she was hidden, because Anya was hidden,
the way
she would get a sneak attack dice, wouldn't she?
Oh
no, because unfortunately the way that advantage and disadvantage work is it's not a back and forth. It's if you have both advantage and disadvantage, no matter how many instances of either one, they just cancel out to a flat roll.
She
I'm
doesn't
still
get sneak
invisible,
attack
so you-
when she's just hidden, though.
No,
Or was
it's
that
when
for
you.
the?
The hidden usually would give you advantage. The problem is that you've also got the invisibility.
Okay, that's fine because I
cancelling
can
that out.
flavor this. I can flavor this too. I'm really sorry, Ross, but
Oh no.
Hafren has entered the chat.
Oh no.
As Anya is running along those rafters, Hafren is sort of down below, and Hafren's curving around like the fighting that's going on between Caius, Birdie, and Neumann, and is sniffing out Ross's scent. And Ross, you look down at your feet and you see Hafren just sitting there looking up at you, and Hafren just goes, and down leaps Anya, who is going to attack with her Dragon Slayer rapier.
Oh my god.
16 plus 9. What's that? Probably enough to hit.
Yeah,
Higher than my armor class, that's for certain.
by about 10.
Yep, so we have the D8 of regular damage, which is a 4, plus the d6 of necrotic. So that's 5. And then we've got the 6d6 of sneak attack.
Hold on, I'm just going to remove these as we go. So it's
7.
4, it's 5.
Oh, no, I'm adding up.
Oh, okay. Then I'll...
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. This isn't as bad as it could have been. That's 20 points of damage.
Did you remember the
including
final?
Including the first 4 and 5, 4, 5, or
Yeah.
Did you remember the +5 as well on the rapier? So the dexterity.
Yeah, that's 20 points all up.
Okay.
no, D&D Beyond, don't do this to me. It just backed out. Sorry.
It's all right. But
So
she
20 points of damage. Okay.
Yep. And she grins again and she's like, "Are you ready to yield yet? That was very good, little mouse, but not quite good enough."
I'm going to assume Ross has turned visible again.
Roll. Is
I think you
invisibility?
do.
Flavor-wise, I'm willing to turn him visible again.
Roll me a concentration check. Unless, if you want to just become visible again, then you can.
I'm fine to become visible.
But, yeah.
So Ross becomes visible again. Where on her body did you hit her?
She's not going for the kill, so it was probably like just in the side, like on the hip. So it hurts. It hurts a hell of a lot. It's gonna bruise.
So so Ross is like holding her hip, and she's gonna look up at Anya and go like,
Not to be a dick, you could technically hellish rebuke. Or wait a second, that might not be. You don't have that as your kind of tiefling. No, sorry.
Yeah, I've never heard of that.
Sorry. Yeah.
Rip.
Forgot for a moment that that's not on the Dispadus tiefling.
No, I'm not a Dispada tiefling. Oh, I am a Dispada tiefling. What am I talking about? Anyway,
Anyway, you're holding your hip.
I'm holding my hip, and how mean is she gonna go?
Do it.
Do it.
This bitch just sliced the crap out of you.
Okay,
Kill her.
She's gonna hold her hip. She's gonna look up at Anya, and she's gonna go, "Oh, so that's what we're doing." And then she is going to grab both sides of your face, and she's going to cast Otto's Irresistible Dance.
So that is a wisdom save.
Yeah. Okay.
You have to
Get it up
beat
on
a
me.
19.
Anya's wise. Oh,
Rangers usually are.
yeah.
Wisdom saving throw. I'm not proficient in that. Fuck. No way. That's that one.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I'm actually delighted. So what
That's
happens?
incredible.
So with Otto's,
Wait.
is
Is it? It's not a charm spell, is it?
It is. So you do technically get.
I have advantage. I'm so sorry. Oh, that's fine because that's a 2. It would be a 6, but I feel like that doesn't make it.
The world wants Anya to dance.
yeah. So
Cannot imagine Anya dancing.
choose one creature you see within range. It's not technically a touch spell. That's flavor. The target begins a comic dance in place. The dancing creature must use all its movement to dance without leaving its space and has disadvantage on dexterity. While the target is affected by this spell, everyone else has advantage.
Okay.
If you want to try and regain control of yourself, it's as an action you make a wisdom saving throw.
She can still attack, right? She just has to use all of her movement to
Disadvantage.
dance.
Yeah.
At disadvantage. So Ross is going to like grab both sides of your face, and she's going to go, Anya, do you know how to tap dance? And then she's going to push you backwards. And I'm assuming because Ross knows how to tap dance, she can now make Anya tap dance.
Yeah.
And then she's going to give Hafren a little pat on the head, and she is also going to climb up one of the. Can I climb, or have I used my action?
You can climb as part of your movement. It's just half speed.
Okay. Well, I want to climb up one of the things and get to the top of the beam.
Okay, so you could get. Yeah, it's not too high up.
Oh, I thought I had to make a roll, which is good. I didn't. That was a 3.
Okay.
So Anya's tap dancing now.
Yeah, Anya, you are tap dancing.
Is Hafren dancing
No,
as well?
Hafren wouldn't be. He works off his own business. Yeah, Anya's tap dancing, and she kind of looks shocked and a little bit appalled and a little bit embarrassed, but also really impressed. And she looks up at Ross and she's like, "This is really. You've got some chops on you. This is interesting." And she is going to try to break it as her action.
Okay, wisdom saving throw and advantage because it is a charm effect.
Well, that was 19 plus, and the other one was a 12. So it's a 19 plus 4, which is a 20.
Yeah, you beat it.
Yeah.
You do 6 seconds of dancing.
But that is your action.
But she does do a little tap dance, and you were able to move. And yeah, would she still get a bonus action, or?
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. And she's going to use her bonus action to hide underneath the pillar that Ross is standing above.
Okay.
Yep. I'm realizing
roll
Ross
stealth.
has done no damage.
Yeah.
She's just embarrassed, Anya.
Yeah.
That's another 30.
Oh my gosh.
She rolled 18 again.
Insane.
All right. Ross, your go.
Okay. Oh goodness. I do also want to say I used up a 6th level slot for that.
But it was very funny.
Yeah.
Hilarious.
Oh.
Uh-oh. I don't like that. Oh.
Ross is going to as soon as Anya hides and she can't see her, she's going to go, right. Okay, she's going to pass her tambourine over herself and she's going to polymorph herself into a sparrow.
Okay.
And she's going to fly and she's going to land on Newman's shoulder. And it's probably a little purple sparrow. Newman,
Okay.
I think.
Interesting.
He lands on Caius's shoulder.
Who is next to Neumann?
Yeah. Anya, what do you want to do?
Okay. This is fucking hilarious. Because Anya saw all of that.
Yep.
So she watches Ross flitter into a bird. She crouches down and she gives Hafren a little pet. And she's like, "I think maybe it's time for you to revisit an old friend." And she uses her find familiar jot in and out thing that she can do to change him into a raven again.
You can't do that. Sorry, that takes an hour to do.
I thought I could flit him in and out. We've done that
You can
before.
flit him in and out, but that doesn't change his form. To actually change his form, you need to cast the spell.
That's fine. She bends down to him and she's like, "I think maybe you should try and catch a little bird. A little treat for Hafren." And Hafren, I guess, bolts up Newman's shoulder. And is just sort of purring at you, Ross. Doesn't attack you, but is purring at you. And Anya, from where she's standing, she throws a dagger at you.
Okay. Roll to hit.
Yes.
Because this is at us in general, and Neumann and I are standing next to each other, and there is a bird on top of Neumann and a dagger being thrown in that direction, I'm going to put my shield up.
That's fucking rude.
Are you?
How dare you?
I'm going to use protection.
I was gonna say, are you a protection fighter?
I absolutely
Yeah, he
am.
is. Yeah.
So what does that mean?
It means
That
you
means
have
you have
disadvantage on this dagger throw.
Actually, it just means
Look
I
at
have
even-
flat roll because I
Happens
had
flanking.
advantage because I was hidden.
Yeah.
Oh,
so flat
yeah.
roll.
Can I use
I am
spring shield?
so sorry.
I don't think
I
that's
don't think
how
it matters
spring
by the
shield
sounds
works.
of this.
Oh,
That's
no.
a nat 20 and Haffron's within 5 feet.
Yeah.
No.
So
Which
max,
means I get my sneak attack. So hold on. We've got what is my dagger damage? It's alright, because it was a dagger. So a D4 plus a D6 plus 6d6. So 4 plus 6 is 10. 6 times 6 is 36. So 46 plus 4 is 50. So that's 50 points to begin with
Of damage.
of damage.
Okay,
That's pre-rolled.
before you continue, before you even roll, I'm assuming as soon as the dagger hits Ross, she turns back into herself, which is probably very weird
Yeah.
for Newman.
So the first point of damage goes to the sparrow. The rest of it goes to you.
Okay, so because that puts her on 6 hit points.
Yeah. So even if Anya rolled 1 on every single damage dice,
So as soon as Ross hits the ground, she's just gonna go, I yield.
and you are rendered unconscious because that
It would still knock you out.
50,
I'm sorry. It's
that
not the same
50 something was just the
Okay,
max
so-
regular from the crit. That
Okay,
didn't
yeah, so
include the
Ross
dice
turns
roll.
back into a tiefling, immediately falls off Newman's shoulder, slams into the ground, and before she passes out, she's gonna say, yield, and then just pass out cold.
All right.
That's I'm not yeah. Oh no,
Anya-
I don't need to make death saves. No, D&D Beyond, don't do that to me.
Anya tosses her dagger in the air and catches it. She's like, I should use these more often.
So
Incredible.
yeah.
I can't
that's-
believe I accidentally made myself.
She actually, before anyone else does anything, she does rush up and she does feed. She does have a potion here. Somewhere.
I was gonna say unless Birdie wants to use a slot to.
You probably need to do that.
He's still lying flat on his back. Oh, but yes, he will.
Yeah.
Well, Caius would have helped you out.
It's been probably half a minute with all the rounds that went by.
Oh, cool.
I think I
Yeah.
only have a potion of healing. Yeah, just a general potion of healing. So that's 2d4 plus 2. Do you want me to roll it or do you want to roll it?
I'll roll it because I have fun new dice. So 2d4.
Yep, 2d4 plus 2. Sorry, Zoe.
That's 6 points of healing.
6 points.
Okay.
Okay.
So that's
So Anya sort of feeds Ross the potion. She's like, there we go. You did very well. I'm very impressed.
she just wheezes.
Uh,
And then she is kind of going to just pat Newman's leg, be like, sorry about that.
I have no idea what just happened. Please don't throw daggers at me ever again. I'd appreciate that. Don't
I
turn-
didn't hit you.
And that was very strange. I'm not sure how I feel about all this.
Haffron's still up on Newman's shoulder and just sort of gives him a little headbutt, like a little kitty headbutt. And
Oh, and-
purrs.
Ross is also going to pat Caius's leg and be like, thanks for trying.
Caius isn't going to react to Ross. He's going to be staring daggers at Anya. Is that you sparred before? That's incredibly dangerous. First of all, you're throwing daggers at us, and secondly, you've just knocked someone unconscious. This is training. What is that?
We did no holds barred, Caius. We discussed the rules beforehand, and I would not have put her life or yours in danger.
I agreed to it, Caius. It's it's fine.
We could probably do with some more potions or some healing, Bertie. I'm happy to pay the price. I know.
It's fine. It's fine. And Ross is going to put her hand on her own chest, and she's gonna be like, "I did good." And that's gonna be healing word on herself. Do I have healing word? Yes, I do.
Yeah. And Bertie, are you gonna do any healing?
Okay, max healing. Fuck yeah.
Nice.
Max healing of?
Of 1d4.
Oh,
Plus 5.
Yeah.
Nice.
Pretty good. Okay, well, backtracking back, I suppose, when I think Mr. Caius did help Bertie up, where it's like, yeah, good job. Sorry about that too, when he kind of like grabs his arm to help himself up as well, and he casts Cure Wounds on Caius. I'm just going to use D&D Beyond to do that because that's at a 4th level, so just 1 tick.
I will say, before you do, Bertie, you notice that you go to cast a spell and no magic comes out.
So he's just like holding on to Caius' like forcep.
You don't expend the spell slot, but you don't. Yeah, and that's where we're going to leave it for this episode. For this quite long episode.
Yeah.
But he's kind of like
fight.
Extracts himself from Caius' arm. He's like, sorry about that. I got a potion back in my bag. I'll give that to you. Sorry about that.
Oh, that's right. I've got one as well, and I'm holding up a potion.
All right.
About to drink it, and then I noticed Ross like dead, so I ended up just passing it.
So yeah, that's where we leave it for this episode.
Okay.
And yeah, so see you guys next time.
Sorry for listening.
Sorry for listening.
Bye.
Yeah, no, she literally, I was going to cast Vicious Mockery. I thought Otto's Ridiculous Dance did damage. I forgot that it didn't do damage. I was going, my next move was going to be Vicious Mockery. Like, if the shield had worked, I was going to have the bird sing you a song in Infernal and cast Vicious Mockery.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.